So it'll be first down and 20 for Maumelle as their offense has sputtered tonight. Pass. That's the first pass of this game. It is complete, and the tackle made by Nettleton's Martise Buchanan. He is. And we welcome you back. We understand we kind of lost the stream there for just a second. Gain of 15 on that play. It's second down and 5. Raiders leading 7-0 with 10 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. A little bit of technical difficulties, but appreciate our NTV crew, Ryan Bell, working hard, the director, to get everything up so people can support the Raiders from wherever you may be all over the world tonight. Little jet sweep this time, and I believe they got the first down. Tackle made by Dorian Tucker. He's close to the first down. Yes, they're going to be moving the chains.
Yeah, and right there, we were where we needed to be. It was just a good play, well-designed play. The Raiders, they're showing a little bit of resolve here. They, we're tackling well. That's what we're going to have to do all night long. We're going to have to tackle. We're going to wrap up, and we can't miss on those tackles. I think we're going to be okay.
So Maumelle with a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 from the Raider 21. Give up the middle. Tackle made by, Jorge Salas. Jordan Pegram also in on the stop. It's going to be a gain of 4, second down and 6.
Yeah, Jorge did a good job right there plugging up the hole. Jordan cleans it up. Again, they've got a big old offensive line too, led by 72, and we just got to keep fighting and try to find those gaps. So we're showing a little pressure.
This time they give to number 25. It's Carlos Brewer, 225-pound senior. And, boy, he is tough to tackle. Raiders bring him down after a short gain. Looks like a gain of 1. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 for Maumelle.
Yeah, big 3rd down here. And if you look at that offensive line for Maumelle, you got 72 at 6'7", 74 at 6'7". But our guys are showing a lot of heart right here, and it'd be a great time right here to meet them in a gap and to show this toughness and this blue-collar attitude that we're bringing tonight.
3rd down and 5 for the Hornets. Give up the middle to Smith. He hits the hole. Tackle led by Orion Pugh, but he is going to have the first down. He's inside the 10-yard line. It's going to be first down and goal to go for Maumelle.
Yeah, another good run by Maumelle. They're getting that push right now, but right here inside the 10-yard line, inside the red zone, we've watched Coach Hampton coach defense for years and years. He's got a couple things up his sleeve. Wouldn't be surprised to see a stunt or a blitz right here, maybe a run blitz to see if we can't blow this up.
Reyes from under center, a 3-person I formation, and they move the pile inside the 5-yard line. So it'll be second down and goal to go for Maumelle. Leading the tackle looked like Orion Pugh. Martise Buchanan also in on the stop. Bernard Turner also had his shoulder pads in the mix. Second down and goal to go from the 4. 7:25 on the clock and ticking remaining in the first half.
They got a guy coming in
late.
Yeah,
that's going to have to be an illegal substitution.
I don't think you can do that.
Yeah, so some confusion there by Maumelle. Illegal substitution going against them. It'll back them up 5, so it'll be second down and goal to go from the 9.
Yeah, I think, they went tempo there, but they didn't have the right package in. And 16 tried to slip in there late, but, of course, you're not allowed to do that, or you'd slip somebody in from the sideline like Coach Dover's Batesville Pioneers used to do. You'd slip a guy in from the side over here and throw it long to him. But it's a big penalty for Maumelle. It gives us a little bit of more breathing room there, and a big second down coming up.
Maumelle calls timeout as they're obviously a little bit confused on that play. Just a real quick game recap. We've been off a little bit. Cameron Scarlett scored on about a 20-yard touchdown run. It was right about a 20-yard. You have to forgive me for not having the exact stats on that, but that was how Nettleton scored. Antonio Alvarez kicked the PAT, and that's how Nettleton got the 7-0 lead. So after the timeout, here come the Hornets. It's second down and goal to go from the 9. The Raider defense held them the first possession, 3 and out. And Maumelle, who started with a short field, started about the 35-yard line, I believe, trying to capitalize. Give up the middle to number 4, and he fights his way into the end zone. That is Jordan Scott, and he puts Maumelle on the board with a 9-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, Maumelle wasn't messing around. Once they got the ball, that possession, they went under center more than what we saw. And just decided they're just going to run it straight up the middle, straight off the tackles, and make us make some plays. We had a valiant effort there, but that was just a really nice run, kind of a dipsy-do type run by their running back there to put them on the board.
Their kicker is John Bruckhagen, and my apologies to his family if I'm saying that name wrong somehow. First time I've ever seen that name. But the young man is a good kicker, and, boy, he boots that right through. So we're all tied up at 7 after the Brookhaven PAT.
Yeah, I'm going to say you're not the first person to ever mess that name up, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's one of those names that I know they're proud of their name, they're proud of their family, but it's kind of it's got to get old correcting mispronunciations.
Yeah, it's not a Miller or Smith, I'll tell you
That's
that.
right. That's right. It's kind of hard to mispronounce our names. 7 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the second quarter. We are all tied up at 7 here in Maumelle, Arkansas. And I will say this, Coach, this is one first-class press box they've got us in.
Yeah, it is. And, this is the old Pulaski Oak Grove School District, the home of Darren McFadden. And, a few years back, they decided to go to the Maumelle, going with their city name instead of a county type school, and they rebuilt everything. Everything's new, and yeah, what a user-friendly press box and a beautiful, beautiful football field here. It's kind of the location of the school is a little unique. It's like you're in the middle of an industrial park, but everything is really nice. We actually played in a state tournament here a few years back, and everything was first class then as well.
Well, they have sure treated us right, and we appreciate the good people at Maumelle and just a outstanding facility here. Jalen Scales fields the ball at the 11, and he makes it out past the 20. It's going to be first down and 10 for the Raiders, starting from their own 23-yard line. Yeah,
I think if he would have cut left instead of right, he may have had some running room there. But they were coming at him hot and heavy, and it was a good run, good strong run. Now the offense comes back on the field, and let's see if we can add to the same recipe that we had earlier for all that success.
I want to say a shout-out to Kobe Miller watching the game tonight. He would be out there supporting his teammates and playing on the field, but he was contact traced this week, and that's what's the story of 2020, isn't it?
It is, and it's unfortunate. And shout-out to Kobe. I can't believe you're listening to your dad. He may have it muted. I'm going to say Kobe has it muted, but I'm proud that I know he would want to be here in person tonight, but shout-out to Kobe, great kid. In spite of his dad, but yeah, just a super quality young man who I know that his mom and dad are proud of.
He's overcome a lot of bad paternal genetics to become a good young man. Kobe was our cameraman for last year's broadcast, so he's given me camera tips through the text messages. So
I understand. You're going to have to give him a talking to.
Yeah. Miss Kobe on the broadcast, that's for sure. Speaking of Kobe, that's Kobe Bradley. And he gains a couple of 3 yards. It'll be second down and 7 for the Raiders.
Yeah, another good strong run there, and you hope that we don't get bored running the football. Not get into somewhere where we need to try something new, because if it ain't broke right now, I think this is the game plan, and it's paying off. And you hope we can just keep running strong. Looks like we have another stoppage in play.
Well, as an old basketball coach, you know, sometimes if you're going up against a team that's just a whole lot more athletic than you, one of the smartest things you can do is shorten the game. And that's what Coach Hampton with this game plan has done. And Coach Wilson just heavy on the run, and, man, they are chewing up huge chunks of clock.
Yeah, and you know, another thing it does, it frustrates the other team, and the other team they may start playing outside of their own limits and gambling a little bit, and then that's when you pop them with something. So don't think that Coach Wilson doesn't have some things up his sleeve in case he sees that they're stacking the box.
He's got trips spread out wide left. That's Jalen Scales going in motion. Kobe Bradley in the backfield with him. Floyd and Kyle Tolley spread out wide left. They give to Bradley, and he is tackled for a short loss. So it's going to be 3rd down and 7 for the Raiders, maybe 3rd and 8.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what I saw there was with some of that window dressing, what you're going to see at some point tonight as Jalen Scales came in motion, that put him in single coverage over here on the boundary side, and it wouldn't surprise me to see us try to take advantage of that, as Jalen has proven in his sophomore campaign that he can break a long one. Crazy good athlete, and he's got great hands.
Raiders got everybody packed in tight, and they elect to take a timeout. I tell you what, we will take the timeout with them and let you hear from one of our excellent sponsors. We appreciate these great people for sticking with us all year long. So we'll take a timeout with 5:53 remaining in the second quarter. We're all tied up at 7, and you are watching Raider football on NTV.
Everex, they call collision repair. Back in 1986, Nettleton's Jeff Edgar was smashing baseballs. He hit the first home run in Raider baseball history. These days, he's fixing smashed cars at Collision Repair. Collision Repair staff is second to none, and their facilities are world class. They'll get you fixed up and back on the road in no time. Collision Repair, it's where the Raiders go when the Raiders have wrecks.
Welcome back to Maumelle, Arkansas, the home of the Hornets, and we are all tied up at 7 here in this first round of action of the 2025A state playoffs. It is 3rd down and 7 for the Raiders, who have yet to throw a pass this game. Something tells me now might be the time for the first one. Savion Floyd spread out this side, Twins left, Scarlett back to pass. Over the middle, the intended target was Jalen Scales. It is incomplete, and it's going to be 4th down and long for the Raiders.
Yeah, and we just, I guess that's one thing about not throwing any passes up until this point. Cameron, he didn't look quite as comfortable dropping back in the pocket there, and he just overshot Jalen right there on that slant. It's going to keep Maumelle honest. That's going to have to give them something to think about that might pay off for us down the line.
5 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in the second quarter. 4th down and long 6, 4th down and 7, and the Raiders are going to punt. They've been punting all season out of that little formation right there, and Cameron Scarlett, who's just a dadgum good football player, he gets just at one step and a punt, he gets more out of that than anybody I think I've ever seen, Coach.
Yeah, and another nice punt. I mean, it's a directional punt. It goes out of bounds there right at the 32, 33-yard line. And I think you mentioned it a couple weeks back, the old punt, pass, and kick competitions.
Yep.
Cameron, I think he could excel at that, and I think he could add one more category. Last year he played a lot of linebackers, so I think he could punt, pass, kick, and tackle if he needed to. Just quite a football player, and I'm glad he's on our side.
No doubt about it. Good football player and an outstanding young man, Cameron Scarlett. Maumelle back to work. A little screen pass out in the flats far side, and Dorian Tucker makes the tackle, but not before Deshair Ford Burton gets a 1st down for Maumelle.
Yeah, and right there, Dorian, he closed and made a nice tackle. He just seemed like he may have been a little late reading that. Kind of put Markellen Barber on an island out there, and we don't need one going versus two too many times, or we're going to be in trouble. Hopefully we can clean that up. Bringing pressure here, or maybe we're backing out of it. Whoop.
And I believe we're going to get flagged for offsides right there as Little inside linebacker blitz there, and got a little of a head start.
Yeah, and just kind of caught in no man's land there, and then he got his hand caught in the cookie jar and didn't really know how to get out of it. But they'll have 1st and 5. We got to get lined up here pretty quick. They're ready to go.
Pass complete over the middle. Tackle made by Buchanan. That is number 8, DeShare Ford Burton again, the receiver, and it is a 1st down, and the clock stops to move the chains at 5 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the first half.
Yeah, they run their hurry up a little different than what you see. The line, they're not in a whole lot of hurry to get there, but once they're there, they're ready. And they're running a little tempo here, trying to get a score on the board here before half.
Pass complete once again to number 8. Flags down. Tackle made by Kendrick McShann. Let's see what that's going to be. Holding against them.
Yeah, and that was good for us, unnecessary for them. I mean, that was a hold behind the play, I believe. And I don't know who's wearing 7 tonight, but I believe Kendrick is actually also a kid that's in quarantine right now.
I think so too.
He's normally a kicker, so I don't know who's wearing 7, but he made a nice play on that.
Sure did. He sure did. Kendrick would be kicking the ball tonight with Joseph being out. And give to Smith. Jordan Pegram is there immediately to wrap him up and bring him down, along with number 7. So after the short gain, it's going to be 2nd down and 16. Got a message from my old classmate and great friend Brian Morgan. He says he thinks Cole Morgan was the best punter in Nettleton history. Cole was a dandy.
Cole was a dandy, and I know Cole. I think he picked up football late and then wound up, being a heck of a kicker and a soccer player. Cole, and no matter how good of an athlete he was a better young man.
No doubt. Well, I'll tell you this. We would not have won the game at Blytheville that year, and that was a heck of a team. That was DeAndre Henry's senior year, I believe, or maybe his junior year. Heck of a team. But we would not have won at Blytheville without Cole Morgan pinning them on about the 1-yard line with a punt. Cole was a heck of a punter for sure. A whole lot better athlete than his dad was. No doubt about it.
Ouch. You're throwing darts tonight. Darts.
Well, it's been a long day. I'm getting kind of cranky as it gets closer to my bedtime.
I understand. It's a long trip down here tonight.
I want to say thanks to our sponsors who make the trip possible and make the broadcast possible. You'll see their ads throughout the game, but let me just call their names here. Collision Repair, Delaplane Seed Company, First Community Bank, Alan and Dana Williams. I see them right across the way. So they not only –
Well, the Raiders are playing, so Alan and Dana are going to be there no matter what shape the ball is. They're going to be there. There's no words for just what kind of fans Alan and Dana are to the Nettleton Raider family.
Huge fans of the Lady Raider basketball team.
They are. They are. And we're, gosh, I mean, just Dana makes fun of Alan all the time. It's almost like a kid in the candy store watching the Lady Raiders play, and I'm just tickled to have them there. I'm glad that we've given a product that they enjoy, and I know they love their Raider football.
And they're very proud of their son. And we'll tell you about the rest of our sponsors as we go along. Right now, we're back to action. 2nd down and 16. The Hornets to pass. Reyes rolling right. Markellen Barber with a nice shoestring tackle. No gain, maybe even a short loss. It's going to be 3rd and long for Maumelle with 3 minutes and 39 seconds on the clock.
Huge play by Markellen right there. He was quarterback was flushed out of the pocket by Jordan Pegram, who's playing with a high motor tonight. We always talk about Jordan and his motor, and when he's got that motor running hot, he's as good as there is in the state on that defensive line. But Markellen, one-on-one play out in space and made a terrific tackle.
And Pegram is a sophomore, so good things ahead for this Raider football program. Reyes to pass, had a man open, overthrew him just a little bit, incomplete, as the Raider defensive secondary delivered a little bit of a shot there, and so it's 4th down and 16, and with 3:09 remaining in the half, it looks like Maumelle is going to punt the ball away to the Raiders.
I think you're right, and that was a nice play by the defensive backfield. I think Maumelle anticipated us in man coverage. We were in some zone coverage there, and Maumelle was fortunate that wasn't picked off. Great play by Juan Badillo right there.
Floyd back deep for the Raiders. Savion Floyd. And the play is whistled dead once again on special teams. Not sure exactly what the issue was there, Coach, but they're going to line it up and try it again. 4th down and long. Savion Floyd back deep. 3:07 remaining in the first half. Punt.
Another one of those line drives.
Yeah, punt is away, and ball still rolling inside the 10-yard line. That turf is cold out there, and I guess the ball is rolling a little bit further than it normally would because of that, perhaps. But it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Raiders. They're going to start at their own 7-yard line. They got 2 minutes and 54 seconds remaining in the first quarter. They do have 2 timeouts.
Yeah, let's say we would love to have a good drive right here. What we need to do, though, is get a couple first downs first. We don't want to give them the ball with a short field. We want to be the last team to hold the football this half.
Nettleton received the opening kickoff. Maumelle will receive the kickoff in the third quarter. Cameron Scarlett, quarterback keeper, and he is to the 17-yard line, and that's going to be a Raider first down.
Yeah, I love that play call right there, just what the doctor ordered. We want the football last, like I said, but another strong run by Cameron, who has come to play football tonight.
Cameron Scarlett is a football player, folks. He led the Junior Raiders to a conference championship just 2 years ago, saw significant playing time last year at running back and linebacker, and also some at quarterback in short yardage situations. He's had an outstanding junior campaign. He's carrying the ball once again. He breaks a couple of tackles, and finally he is brought down by big number 87, who you'll see playing on Saturday soon, Nico DeValier. Gain of 6 for Scarlett at 2nd and 4.
Yeah, and I know where your allegiances lie, and mine as well, but it sure would be nice to see him wearing that red and black or the red and white of Arkansas. We'd love to see that moving forward from that young man.
He is an outstanding talent for sure, as is Cameron Scarlett, who's rolling right, throws.
Nice
it is
catch.
complete. Nice job by Doniquius Willis as he caught a low and a hard pass. Nice job by Willis. First down Raiders, 1:51 on the clock.
Yeah, that's a great play by Big Doniquius. More of a blocking type tight end, but he's shown some good hands. He had a touchdown catch earlier this season, and that was there hadn't been a bigger play tonight than that right there to move the sticks.
So 1st and 10 for the Raiders, 1:44 on the clock. Nettleton still in possession of 2 timeouts. Scarlett again to pass, complete once again to Doniquius Willis. It's going to be a gain of 8. 2nd down and 2. Clock continues to run, 1:27 and rolling.
Yeah, like what we're doing here, just making some short, high percentage passes. They've stacked the box against the run, and now we've got their defensive backfield on their heels a little bit.
Kyle Tolley spread wide left. Pass is intended for Tolley, and it is complete. First down.
But there's some laundry on the field.
Yep.
I think that
we might have got
Scales, he got a little head start there, and he's saying my bad. He knew he did. He knew he did it. But that's okay. That's okay. We've got 2nd down. Still manageable, and we've been able to knock this down to a minute. We want to go score. Again, we want the football last.
2nd down and 7 now for the Raiders as they are in the hurry up. Scarlett from the gun. A little movement there on the defensive line. No flags thrown. Scarlett audibling. Scarlett back to pass. Again, pass intended for Tolley. This time it is incomplete, so it'll be 3rd down and 7, 46 ticks left on the clock.
Yeah, and it might have been a catchable ball, but even if he catches that, we're in bounds, and it's going to be 3rd down either way. It had been 3rd, and that was only going to be about a 2 or 3 yard gain. So it's about the same situation here with 45 seconds to go.
So 3rd down and 7. Want to say a shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Sean Watson, the English teacher at Nettleton High School, who's watching the game. I tell you, the kids love Mr. Watson, and we're very fortunate to have him teaching at Nettleton. Great, great man. 3rd down and 7. Cameron Scarlett looking downfield, got Kyle Tolley, and it is incomplete. So it'll be 4th down and 7, 41 seconds remaining on the clock. And coaches, like you said, you definitely want to score, but if you don't score, you don't want to give the ball to them with too much time, and the Raiders have knocked a lot of time off the clock with this drive.
They have. We just need to lean on Cameron right here to make a good punt. I think we'll be okay. It's just a dangerous situation right here. We're going to make sure that we cover this kick.
Scarlett with a hard count, nothing doing as that Maumelle Hornet defensive front showing great discipline. Short snap, quick kick.
Nice.
It's a good roll down to the 23-yard line, and the keeps on rolling. I tell you that I think it may have something to do with the chilly temperature out there, 54 degrees. That ball is getting good rolls both ways.
Yeah, and what that did is the clock kept rolling, so we're down to 29 seconds now. But I don't know how much of the Masters you've been able to watch this week, but tonight is opposite of the Masters. When that rain came in Augusta, and they were teeing off, and balls were just basically just thudding in the beautiful Augusta National fairways. But tonight we're getting some good rolls, as is Maumelle with that harder football in a cold night.
Playoff football on NTV, nothing like it for sure. Little hook and lateral play, and they've got the 1st down, but the Raider defense pushes him out of bounds about the 40-yard line. 22 seconds remaining on the clock.
Yeah, and a good friend of ours over there on that sideline when he was a junior high head coach, Blake Tennyson, used to love him some hook and ladder. So, he probably was hollering that was coming. I guarantee he saw it a mile away. But we were able to knock him out of bounds with 20 seconds left. We just need to make a couple more stops. We'll be out of here.
Give to Smith. This is going to be a little trick play, a little reverse flea flicker. Reyes, his hit as he was thrown, and that is Nettleton's number 24, Javante Wallace, who hit him, and that caused the old lame duck pass. 13 seconds is going to be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, and shout out right there to Badillo and to Tucker. They stayed disciplined. They read their signs, their keys, and the man that they were wanting to throw that to over here on this hash, he was covered. And so by the time he checked down and tried to throw it over the middle, then that's where we were able to get pressure on him and make the hit. And another big play by the Raiders.
2nd down and 10, 13 seconds remaining on the clock as Coach Horton opening up the playbook. This time just a little run off tackle, and, man, that's a very effective play as Jalen Smith gets a 1st down. 5 seconds remaining on the clock. It's going to be 1st and 10, Maumelle from the Raider 46-yard line.
Yeah, and at this point, they got to go for the end zone. I don't think that they can run more than one play in 5 seconds, and so we're liable to see some more trickeration here. But as long as we read our keys and stay disciplined, I think we can keep them in front of us and get to halftime.
So what should be the final play of the first half coming up, 5 seconds remaining on the clock. Back to pass is Reyes. Reyes throwing deep, and it is intercepted by Nettleton's Mark Kellen Barber. He's got a few blockers.
Down. Get ahead of steam and go.
And how about that? So that's how the first half ends, as I said Markellen Barber, but I might have been wrong on that, Coach. Who was that?
I believe it was number 5.
Yeah,
I believe it was Markellen. We could have missed that on that far side, but I believe that was Markellen. And the Raiders are fired up, heading to the locker room here, tied at 7.
Love it. So 1 half down, 1 half to go. We'll take a break, and when we come back, Consolidated Insurance halftime show. We're all tied up at 7 at Maumelle, and you are watching Raider football on NTV.
Whatever it takes for every child, but really we mean that. You know, it's not something that we just say, and we don't take that lightly. At the end of the day, I want them to love school. I want them to love and appreciate that our school is willing to go above and beyond to do whatever we can to teach them. But my bottom line goal is to teach them to love school and love learning and become a lifelong learner, just like I try to be.
I'm a little bit country.
I'm a little bit rock and roll.
I love that hate the feeling of a great popcorn.
When I sing my alma mater, I feel it all night long.
I love my school with all my heart and soul.
I know I'm gonna be all right.
Wherever I go.
I'm a little bit country.
And a little bit rock and roll.
Are you worried about losing your Raider pride? Then you need Raider Pride Alert. Just press the button on the Class of '89 Spirit Stick, and we will send help immediately.
Raider Pride Alert.
Help! My Raider pride is falling and it can't get up!
It's okay, Miss Timmerman. Help is on the way.
Turn up, turn up! Raider Pride, we got some. Raider Pride, we got some.
To order your Raider Pride Alert, just call 1-800-RP-ALERT. Raider Pride is justified.
Looking for a school can be like super overwhelming. You kind of have those fears as a parent that, oh my gosh, the school that I'm gonna pick, it's gonna determine their future and everything else. And, you know, it's a big choice that you have because you wanna make sure you're gonna put them in a school where they can continue their whole journey. I'm really super glad we started at Nettleton. It was relief that we had found a school where we felt comfortable sending our child. I felt like any situation he'd get put into, he would be able to succeed.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Hey, Leslie, guess what day it is?
It's game day.
Jalen, how happy are students that go to Nettleton?
I'll say happier than DJ on game day.
Game day!
Be happy, be a Raider. Raider Pride is justified.
So don't forget it.
Mr. Miller lost his voice. No problem. I'll send in the replacements.
Woo!
Woo, Daddy Mercy. Mercy, woo, Daddy. Handsome Johnny. How the heck do you edit on this thing?
Mr. McGrew, you're in photo booth.
What? This son of a...
Hey, that's all right. Good try, but I'll take it from here. Raider Pride!
It's justified!
They say being a Raider is about more than just going to school. They say being a Raider is about our community, about tradition. Kindergarten at Nettleton is about teachers that I love, learning that is fun. It's really about pride in what we do and who we are becoming. Raider Pride is justified. Raider Pride forever.
Nettleton students will do anything for the Spirit Stick.
Would you ding-dong ditch Coach Massey?
That old man? Any day.
Dad, come it!
Would you get tased by Officer Watts?
Yes. Okay. Raider Pride.
Would you cannonball into the Raider River?
Would I? Hold my mullet.
What would you do for the Spirit Stick?
We are Raiders. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Did you hear that? Yeah, it sounds like we're in a Raider Pride ad. That means something awesome's about to happen.
Raider Pride, brother. Fire the thing in here. Dang her!
Hey, run.
At Nettleton, we got that Raider Pride.
Because Raider Pride is justified.
We are Raiders. Bum ba bum 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 bum.
What the heck?
Yeah, I'm a junior. Does it matter? You do that for me? Really? Oh, I'll like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's DJ from Nettleton. That sounds like a really good deal.
DJ from Nettleton at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's DJ from Nettleton.
What are you wearing, DJ from Nettleton?
A black and gold Raider Pride shirt.
She sounds hideous.
Well, it's DJ, so.
Another reason why Raider Pride is justified.
The Nettleton Raiders present Messing with Miller.
There he is. Let's get him. Let's go get that jabroni. Y'all check this out.
Nettleton High School, feed your Raider pride.
There comes a time in the life of every Nettleton student when they hear it.
Raider Pride!
A higher calling, an invitation to achieve, to excel, to be a part of something bigger than themselves. It's the calling of Raider Pride. And it's alive and well at Nettleton, where Raider Pride is justified. I first noticed it when he started school here at Nettleton.
There he is.
Who's got that Raider Pride? We've got that Shh. Raider Pride, brother. Raider Pride, brother.
So we're going to pick up today chapter 23. Can anybody tell me what page that's on?
89.
Salo, why are you the way that you are?
But you know, some of the stuff he does is actually pretty cool.
Here's Jimmy.
Who's Jimmy?
Raider Pride can't save you from becoming Mr. Miller, but it can give you the best high school experience ever. Raider Pride is justified.
Yeah, we Raiders got the comfort ship, a loaded. Everybody wants to be a show, a voting. Raider Pride in the building, yeah, I know it. Ah, yeah, Raider Nation till the day it's over.
Raider Pride, justified, got it on my side. 6 side, be the guy, run up and you get a high. Press us the ball, and I'ma score it like.
What y'all know about 5th period Raider Pride? Hop up on the field, you might just have to juke a job. Every day, yeah, I rectify. Cause yeah, you know we 5th period, yeah, we make it live.
Why?
Tell them what you got.
I got that Raider Pride.
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 I got that Raider Pride. Tell them what you got.
I got that Raider Pride.
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 I got that Raider Pride. Tell them what you got.
I got that. I got that Raider Pride.
Tell them what you got.
Yeah, I got that. I got that Raider Pride.
Raider Pride.
Raider Pride.
Man, our school's pretty amazing.
I know. Kind of makes you just want to
Break into song?
I like the faculty.
I like MTV. I like the principal.
Although he paddled me.
We love the black hole.
We love our sports teams.
Raider Pride, Raider Pride, Raider Pride, Raider Pride.
I like the lunchroom.
I like learning.
We love Nettleton. We love our family.
Raider Pride, Raider Pride, Raider Pride, Raider Pride.
Ready? Okay.
Whatever.
Come on, Tyler, you act like you have no Raider Pride at all.
Listen, sister, I'll take my Raider Pride and I'll stick it right up your...
Whoa. Here you go. Try this. Better?
Much better. You're not you when you don't have Raider Pride.
In, take, it.
Things we Nettleton Raiders love. We love our school. We love America. And we love getting our trucks fixed up at Russell's Truck Accessories. Russell's Truck Accessories is the greatest place on earth to make your truck look sharp. If Russells were a bird, they'd be a bald eagle. If they were a nation, they would be the United States of America. The greatest nation on God's green earth, thanks in part to Russell's Truck Accessories!
Nettleton students will do anything for the Spirit Stick.
Would you ding dong ditch Coach Massey?
That old man? Any day.
Dad, jump it!
Would you get tased by Officer Watts?
Yes. Okay. Raider Pride.
Would you cannonball into the Raider River?
Would I? Hold my mullet.
What would you do for the Spirit Stick?
When the Raiders have wrecks, they call collision repair. Back in 1986, Nettleton's Jeff Edgar was smashing baseballs. He hit the first home run in Raider baseball history. These days, he's fixing smashed cars at Collision Repair. Collision Repair staff is second to none, and their facilities are world class. They'll get you fixed up and back on the road in no time. Collision Repair. It's where the Raiders go when the Raiders have wrecks.
We are Raiders. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum.
Did you hear that? Yeah, it sounds like we're in a Raider Pride ad. That means something awesome's about to happen.
Raider Pride, brother. Fire the thing in here. Dang her!
Hey, run.
At Nettleton, we got that Raider Pride.
Because Raider Pride is justified.
We are Raiders. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum.
What the heck?
Yeah, I'm a junior. Does it matter? You do that for me? Really? Oh, how like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's DJ from Nettleton.
That sounds like a really good deal.
DJ from Nettleton at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's DJ from Nettleton.
What are you wearing, DJ from Nettleton?
A black and gold Raider Pride shirt.
She sounds hideous.
Well, it's DJ, so.
Another reason why Raider Pride is justified.
A lot has changed since the 1950s, but one thing has remained the same. Sue's Drug Store is still keeping Nettleton healthy. Albert and Shirley Sue founded Sue's Drug in 1959, and today their grandson Tyler continues their tradition of fast, friendly, professional service. Sue's Drug Store, keeping Raider Pride healthy and alive since 1959.
The Nettleton Raiders present Messing with Miller.
There he is. Let's get him. Let's go get that jabroni. Y'all check this out.
What a jabroni.
Nettleton High School, feed your Raider pride.
From the first time you held on to the time you let go, life is a series of unforgettable firsts. The ones that are planned and the ones that take you by surprise. We celebrate and support these firsts as we travel this journey with you, because firsts are what life is all about. First Community Bank, where community comes first.
I first noticed it when he started school here at Nettleton.
There he is.
Who's got that Raider Pride? We've got that Shh.
Raider Pride, brother. Raider Pride, brother. So we're going to pick up today chapter 23. Can anybody tell me what page that's on?
89.
Salo, why are you the way that you are?
But you know, some of the stuff he does is actually pretty cool.
Here's Jimmy. Who's Jimmy?
Raider Pride can't save you from becoming Mr. Miller, but it can give you the best high school experience ever. Raider Pride is justified.
For Terry Gray, rice farming isn't a profession, it's a way of life. As owner of Nettleton Seed Company, Terry's been the region's rice tech leader for more than a decade. In the summer, Terry's not behind a desk. He can be found in rice fields giving advice, or he can be on your farm helping you put more bushels in your tanks and money in your pocket. From securing your hybrid rice to free on-farm delivery, let Terry help you be more profitable this season. Nettleton Seed Company.
They say being a Raider is about more than just going to school. They say being a Raider is about our community.
And we welcome you to the Consolidated Insurance Halftime Show here at Maumelle, where we are all tied up at 7 at half. The first quarter was scoreless. The second quarter, Cameron Scarlett got the scoring started with about a 20-yard touchdown run after the Antonio Alvarez point after. Nettleton led 7-0. Nettleton frustrated Maumelle in the first quarter. They had the ball except for 3 plays. Nettleton had the ball the entire first quarter. Maumelle answered in the second quarter. Jordan Scott, 9-yard touchdown run after a short drive after an attempted onside kick by the Raiders. And after the Brookhaven point after, it was 7-7, and that is where we are at half. Maumelle 7, Nettleton 7. And Coach Smith is, as a Nettleton fan, as you and I both are, you got to be very happy at halftime, 7-7 against this double tough Maumelle team.
Absolutely, and I think that number one, you applaud the Raider coaching staff. Great game plan coming into this football game. And, if we can stay with that, I think that, Coach Hampton, I heard him on the radio earlier this week talking about you just want to, if you can give your team a chance late in the second half, then you like where you're standing, and we're doing exactly that right now.
They're going to get the football first, so we need to, our defense needs to continue to play well. But
right now, perfect game plan, and the kids are executing it to a T.
Very proud of these young men, and this is a young Raider team. It's mainly juniors and sophomores out there, and to come into a hostile environment, playoff football against one of the state's best, and to be 7-7 at half, all of us from Nettleton should be very proud of these young men. We got about 3 minutes and 18 seconds until kickoff. We've had some technical difficulties in the first quarter. This press box that we're at here is just world class. It's like we're at a college, honestly, as far as the facilities go. One of the drawbacks to that, unfortunately, there's a concrete slab separating us and our wireless equipment from our up-top camera. That's what was causing the lagginess that you experienced in the first half and even kicked us off a time or two. We think we've got things fixed. Ryan Bell, our director extraordinaire, has brought the camera down here. Tyler Whipke and Sarah Earns have been running the cameras, but Tyler is going to be in the room with us. And one of the neat things about that, Coach Smith, for the second half, the good people at home are going to get to see our reflection in the window as well as the game. That's got to thrill a lot of people.
Yeah, hashtag blessed, I would say, because, anytime you get to see people like me and you on camera announcing a football game, what more can you ask for? Playoff football and our ugly mugs.
Well, what I did right before I started working at Nettleton, I worked in the radio business, and they said I have a face for it.
I've heard them say that about you, and I never really understood it.
Yeah.
But now that I'm seeing your reflection, I kind of get it.
Well, I want to say happy birthday to my mom. My mom, Mary Miller, she's watching at home. Her birthday was yesterday. She's always said I was good looking.
Yeah, well, happy birthday, Mary. And, I think she has to say that, and I think she has to.
There's a saying, a face only a mother could love.
Yep, I understand. Has your dad ever said that?
He's always been honest. Dad has always been honest with me. Hey, we've got about a minute and 34 before the second half starts. Nettleton is warming up out there, and Maumelle is in their locker room trying to figure out what kind of buzzsaw we have run into with these boys from Nettleton. Let's run through some scores here on the FearlessFriday.com scoreboard. Bryant leading Rogers Heritage 31-7 at halftime. Cabot all over Rogers 41-0 in the second quarter. Conway over Springdale 38-7 in the second quarter. At halftime, Fayetteville and Little Rock Central are tied. North Little Rock leads Fort Smith Southside 28-0 at halftime. Springdale Harbor 28, Fort Smith Northside 7 in the second quarter. I realize these are a lot of 7A scores. Let's drop down to the 5A and 6A that we may be more interested in. Van Buren leads Jonesboro 24-14 at halftime. That kind of surprises me a little bit, Coach.
Yeah, well, I think heading into that game, everybody knew that Van Buren could score. But I think Jonesboro, they're being at home, and you know how the Hurricane can put points up in a hurry. So I'm going to say that one's far from over with.
No doubt about that. Batesville from the Conference 5A East wearing out Jacksonville 35-0 in the second quarter. And, it's one of those deals, Coach. I'm glad to see that.
Yep.
Representing the 5A East against a 5A Central team, and I'm glad to see that the 5A East up 35-0 in that game.
Yep.
Our friends from Brooklyn not faring so well against Greenbrier. At halftime, it's Greenbrier 43, Brooklyn 7. You kind of see that coming. Brooklyn has so many, I believe, 20-some-odd students who are out with for COVID-related reasons, mainly contact tracing, I'm sure. Yeah. They brought up a lot of their junior high guys to play against a perennial power Greenbrier, so you could kind of see that coming.
You could, but, hats off to Brooklyn. They lost their quarterback playing us, but they rallied the troops, kind of circled their wagons a little bit, and I believe that's Brooklyn's first playoff appearance that they've made, and to make it at the 5A level, regardless of 2020, something for those kids to be proud of.
And from what I understand, they brought up a lot of their junior high team to play, a lot of their ninth graders, so what an experience for those guys.
Absolutely.
And they're taking their lumps right now, but that's one of those games that's going to pay dividends for that program's future.
I agree.
So best wishes to our friends from Brooklyn, every game except the one they play against us. Greene County Tech and Clarksville tied at half, 7-7. Heck of a game going on there. I think that game is at Greene County Tech.
I believe that's right.
So 7-7 there. Nettleton here at Maumelle, we're tied up at 7. We made the Fearless Friday board. So rejoice, Raider Nation. Let's see, Valley View and Farmington. That is a game that obviously has a lot of interest for those of us in the 5A East, those of us in Jonesboro. Farmington 14, Valley View 7 at halftime. So that maybe a little bit of a surprise right there. Is Valley View favored to win that game?
Yeah, I think so. And but Farmington made that long drive over. You'd think that'd play in Valley View's favor, but you just never know. Playoff football with styles of play and playing across the state, you just never know. You never know, and upsets happen. But again, that just like the Jonesboro score, that one's far from over as well.
A lot of game to play for sure. That's just at halftime. At other scores that we got, Blytheville is beating Clinton 36-14. Blytheville, a team that's making their debut in the conference, in the 4A conference, and I've always thought that, of course, they were always such a tough opponent for us. I thought when I heard that they were going to drop down, that's a team that's going to make some noise in the 4A playoffs, and they are wearing out Clinton 36-14. Our friends from Westside struggling at half. Hamburg leading Westside 41-28. Truman is leading Heber Springs at half 20-6, and I believe that's probably all of we got Mark Tree losing to Junction City, the Junction City boys 30, Mark Tree 0, and that's probably a good enough look at the scoreboard. We appreciate FearlessFriday.com. What a great service to those of us who love high school football, and we appreciate our great friends, Consolidated Insurance, Randy and Lana Johnson, for all your insurance needs. Consolidated Insurance in Jonesboro. Consolidated Insurance. They are the sponsors of our halftime show and our postgame show, which will be coming up. It won't be long now, for sure, as we're just about to get the third quarter underway. The Raiders will be kicking off, and we will bring you all of the action. So, Tyler Whipke on the camera. Sarah Earns making her way down to the field for the sideline shots, and we are just about to get underway. Antonio Alvarez,
Look for some more razzle-dazzle here. They've been working on it, and you never know what you're going to see.
This is awfully strange looking what they got going right now. It looks like a fake. That's Justin Livingston. He kicked it right to number 15, who fields it and is still on his feet. He's pushed out of bounds at the 38-yard line, and let's hope there's not some late flying flags there. Thankfully, there's not. So another short field for the Hornets from Maumelle.
Yeah, and right there, that was a well-executed play. I don't think that Justin meant to get it in the air quite like he did, but that football really just kind of stuck between the numbers of that young man, and if it hits off of a shoulder pad or a helmet or something, that's Raider football. But as it stands, they've got good field position, and our defense needs to make a statement here on this first drive.
If you're wondering, Nettleton has been touched, as I guess all schools have, by the COVID-19, but their first two strings of kickers out on that account. We appreciate Antonio filling in tonight. Orion Pugh making a downfield tackle on Jalen Smith, and the Hornets will have it 1st and 10 at the Raider 21.
Yeah, good run there to start the half by Maumelle. There's a flag down. Hopefully they get him for another hold. I don't know. We do have a man over there who's trying to put his shoe back on.
Yeah, it's going to be holding against Maumelle. So good call there, Coach Smith. And they will back it up 10 yards. I believe that's a spot foul in high school. So wherever the infraction took place, they're going to back it up 10 yards.
Yeah, so basically now you're looking at a 1st and 9. So
Right.
it negates that entire run. Looks like Justin got his shoe back on, so we're ready to play football.
Officer Sheridan Whites pointed out that the back judge has a sweet mullet. We'll do our best to get you a shot of that as the game goes on. Smith, the ball carrier,
Nice play.
Jordan Pegram making the stop. Sensational sophomore Jordan Pegram starting tonight on the defensive line, as he's done most of the season. And it's going to be 2nd down and 9 after the play.
Yeah, and we sealed the edge very nicely that time over on that left side. And kind of made the running back cut back towards awaiting Jordan Pegram, and so now we're looking at a 2nd and long, and the defense. Let's just keep doing our job.
Reyes, the quarterback. Waits is the back. He is passing, and it is a nice grab over here on the near sideline by number 5, Keontae Sykes. It'll be 3rd down. And it looks like 2. We'll call it 3rd down and 1. 3rd down and 1 for Maumelle.
Yeah, that was a nice little strike there by Reyes. I have no idea, but I'm going to bet that he's played a little shortstop in his day. What do you think?
He's got the name for
it. He does have that, but just watching the way he throws the football, it's just a quick arm motion. And that was definitely a strike right there to the first baseman waiting over there on the bag.
And it is a 1st down after the spot. So Maumelle 1st and 10. A little more razzle-dazzle. This is a reverse. Juan Badillo fights off the block, and a nice tackle by Juan Badillo. Gain of about 8 on the play. Would have been a touchdown if not for the efforts of Juan Badillo.
Yeah, for sure. And right there with Juan, I believe he was held over there on that side, and he shucked the blocker and just made a great one-on-one play to save a touchdown.
So it'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Hornets as they have the ball on the opening drive of the second half. Give to Waits, and he is tackled by Justin Livingston. He's got the 1st down. I believe it'll be 1st and 10 from the 11.
Yeah, and they're getting a good push up front right now, as are the Maumelle Hornets. But this right here, this is the area of the field where our defense really played strong there in the first half, and hopefully we can dial up some pressure here and get in that backfield and make a stop.
So 1st down and 10 from the 11 for Maumelle. Nettleton with a 4-man front. Waits gets the outside edge, and he is run out of bounds by Juan Badillo, but not before he gains about 7. It's going to be 2nd down and gain of 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2.
Yeah. Yeah, and they can still get a first down before they score a touchdown. But right there, they're knocking on the door. Gashed our defense a little bit right there. They're using those big bodies up front to get that push. And right now our defense, you just need to make a play. Make a play, try to put a hat on a football and get that turnover down here deep.
And we apologize to you. We realize that's not the best shot that we've ever given to you. That up camera is shooting through glass, and you're seeing heavy reflection. You're also seeing a heavy presence by the Raider defense, the line, and the running back gets up and shoves Jorge Salas, and there's a flag. As they're going to back him up.
They are, and I tell you, I hate to see that part of the play, but what I love to see was our linebacker come across there and meet him in a gap and make a great play on the football, make a nice tackle, and their young man just got frustrated. He got up and started jarring and pushed, and so that's going to back him up 15 yards.
That is a huge, huge break for the Raiders as Maumelle was knocking on the door of the end zone, and now then it's going to be 3rd and it looks like about 17, Coach.
Yeah, it's going to be a long 17 right there too, and so again, our defensive backfield has played great tonight. If they can, make a play right here, it's going to put Maumelle into a big decision to make.
3rd and 17, maybe 3rd and 18 from the 20-yard line, back to pass, and the pass was deflected. I think it's Jorge Salas who got his hand on the ball. So Jorge with a couple of big plays, some inspired playing out there by the Raider defensive end, Jorge Salas.
You bet, and you love to see it. Jorge has just gotten better and better. Another one of those juniors, and makes the play, the last play right there, or the last play before that 3rd down play, and then gets a hand on the football there, sets them up into a long 4th down. It looks like they're going to have to go for it.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th down and 19, and they are going for it. So big play right here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Screen pass complete, but the Raider defense swarms Salas, and also in on the stop, number 28, Martise Buchanan.
And now we've got some laundry out on the field.
Yeah, we do, and let's hope that it is against the guys in the black shirts.
It was in the spot to where I'm afraid it might have been a face mask, but maybe we could get a hold out of this. We'll see. Yeah.
Coach,
looks like a face mask.
Face mask against the Raiders.
And I was afraid of that. It's just right there in the middle of the field. When the referee dropped the flag, it looked like that's probably what it was. Not a lot of argument with our coaching staff there, so I think it was probably pretty obvious.
So after the penalty, it's still going to be 4th down, 4th down and 8. So thankfully it was not a automatic first down. So 4th down and 8. The Hornets going for it. Nice pressure by the Raider defensive line. The pass is complete in the end zone to number 8, Deshair Ford Burton, and that's a touchdown for Maumelle.
Yeah, and that's a tough play, too. Our defensive line did a great job. They flushed the quarterback out of the pocket. He rolls right. And, we just lost a guy in the back of the end zone right there, but it was a broken play. Credit to those kids for making the play, but, tough break for the Raiders.
So Maumelle takes their first lead of the game, and it comes with 9:03 remaining in the 3rd quarter. The point after kick is no good. So with 9:03 remaining in the 3rd quarter, your score is now 13-7. The Hornets with their first lead of the ball game.
Yeah, and overall, our defense, we were dealt a short field once again, and I thought that they did a good job. That we had them in a couple of 4th downs where they made a play, but they've left the window open for us, or the door open, I guess you could say, with that 13-7 score. Now our offense gets back on the field. We're able to run the football all the first half. I don't see what changes right here.
So 13-7, and an awful lot of times in high school football, a miscue in the special teams, like a missed PAT, factors large in the outcome of the game. I want to say shout out to Karen Melton and John Benson watching the game and sending message that they're watching back at Nettleton, back in Jonesboro. And their daughter, Karen's daughter, Carly Barker, Nettleton's homecoming queen. So glad to have those great folks tuning in the broadcast tonight. Glad to have you watching, whoever you are, wherever you are, as we're bringing you Raider playoff football on NTV. Kick is fielded by Savion Floyd about the 10-yard line. He is hit, spins through a tackle, and gets to the 20, and that's where the Raiders will take over on this drive.
Yeah, it's good to see Savion out there. You know, it's a senior. I believe that he's actually he's the brother to one of my players, Natasia Oliver, and Savion, young man who just you couldn't ask for a better kid, and it's good to see him finally out there on the field.
He's getting the start tonight and making the most of it. Obviously, the coaches have
He's a junior. I correct myself on that.
Coaches have a lot of confidence in him as they're putting him back to return punts and kickoffs. Scales in motion. They give to Orion Pugh. Orion Pugh running straight up the gut. He is tripped up, and they're going to give him a net gain of about 3 yards, so it'll be 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, we need to keep pounding the football, I think, right here. Let that offensive line continue to work, gain more confidence. I didn't know if Orion was down right there, but they went in and blew him dead. I'm not sure his knee touched the ground.
Sweet mullet out on the field there. And, Coach, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I'm kind of sporting my own sweet mullet up here in the press box.
And is that what you call that?
That's what I'm calling
it. Look at here.
Cameron Scarlett has the first down and then some. He's across to the 43-yard line, and the junior quarterback, as he's done all year long, makes a big play when the Raiders needed one.
Sure was. A great play by Cameron, and, just still running hard. Great play call right there. But back to your mullet, I didn't know, but I thought you might have been wearing a coonskin cap tonight.
Well, my friend Jeff Cooper says it's like my hair is just sliding back.
Well, that's how a lot of great mullets in the history of time have been. The Michael Boltons of the world and the Craig Millers now.
Well, I like to consider myself more of a Patrick Swayze.
I got you. I understand.
Maybe Mark McGuire during his Bash Brothers days. They passed out to Scales. It's incomplete. That was close to being a lateral, but I believe it was a forward pass, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10. Maybe you can turn that light on too. 2nd down and 10. We're doing our best to get you the best shots that we can. We're having to shoot through glass here in the press box. That's why the top camera may not be the usual pristine quality that you're used to here on NTV broadcast. It's 2nd down and 10. Cameron Scarlett in the backfield with him is Orion Pugh. Scarlett fakes to Pugh. Scarlett runs it himself, angles to the sideline. He's thrown down after a gain of 8, kind of hoping for a late flag there, Coach, but none forthcoming.
Yeah, I guess that they just felt that maybe those defenders just their forward motion, they just couldn't get out of the way. I don't think there's any ill intent, but it would have been nice to tack on 15 more yards.
So big 3rd down play here for the Raiders with 7:53 remaining in the 3rd quarter. They trail by 6, but let me tell you something. These boys from Nettleton have come here to play tonight. 3rd down and 2 for Nettleton. They break the huddle. Cameron Scarlett running it right side, and he fights his way for another Raider first down. Gutsy run by Cameron Scarlett.
Yeah, and that was started right there by Ryan Williams. He had a nice pancake block, and what you love to see right out of that set is that Maumelle had 11 guys within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, and our offensive line decided that we were going to get that first down, and sure enough, we did.
Moses Williams and Jacob Tarpley over there on that right side. Cooper Williams doing a great job centering the ball and blocking afterwards. Can't say enough about this Raider offensive line leading the charge here. Orion Pugh, the ball carrier, and he's going to get a gain of 1, and Boy, he is shoved forward. I thought the whistle blowed after about a gain of 1, and it did. He was shoved about a gain of 5, Coach, but they'll give him 1.
Yep. Yeah, a couple weeks back, we were hoping that they'd went ahead and blew that whistle dead. Tonight, they blew it dead a little quicker than what we'd have liked.
So a gain of 1. It's 2nd down and 9, 7 minutes on the clock and ticking. Nettleton they may be behind on the scoreboard by 6 points, but I promise you they're ahead in the time of possession.
I believe in total offense as well. I really do. We've chewed up a lot of yards and a lot of clock. Got a little razzle-dazzle here. Nice play.
Doniquis Williams down to the about a yard short of the first down. There is a flag on the play.
Yeah, I don't know which way this is going to go. Let's hope that it's on the red and black of the Hornets.
The man in the white hat looking our direction, and his indication is going to be holding against Nettleton. So it's probably a downfield hold. It's going to be a spot foul, so they will back it up. It's going to be just a net loss of probably 4 yards, I guess. It's going to be 2nd down and 12. I say that. It negated a nice gain there, but.
Yeah, and it was a nice play. Doniquis Willis has shown the ability to catch the football tonight, but, I believe that they got Tolly over here on the side, and hopefully we can get those yards right back right here.
Scarlett in the backfield, looking left, throwing downfield. He's got a man, but Kyle Tolley, the ball just a little bit overthrown, and it's going to be 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, and so now it sets up 3rd and long, and, it seems like right here is definite passing down. We've shown the ability that we can complete some passes. I do believe that tonight, playoff football, if we can get about half of this on this play, we may look at going for it on 4th down.
Yeah, I would say we may be in 4-down territory right here, Coach. It's 3rd down and 12. Scarlett from the gun, looking to pass, and, boy, he is blindsided over there. Ball is loose. Actually, the ball not loose. I'm sorry. So that's the good news. There's no fumble on the play, but quarterback sack, loss of about 5 yards. It's going to be 4th down and 16 for the Raiders.
Yeah, and right there he's been quiet most of the night, but you see why Nico DeValier, you see why he is heavily recruited, 4-star athlete. Just came out of there like he was shot out of a cannon, and Cameron never saw him.
So Scarlett on 4th down and 17 punts it, is fielded at about the 12-yard line. And the Hornet makes, as Deion Sanders would say, a business decision to step out of bounds.
We got a flag on the play, and I believe that they're going to get Maumelle with a block in the back or a personal foul here. And if so, it was a nice punt to begin with, but a good return. But this is going to back Maumelle up quite a ways.
Flag is at the 25-yard line, and that's where the man in the white hat, the referee, is ready to give the indication. You're right, Coach. It was a block in the back against Maumelle during the return, and it will back them up some, and we'll see where they step it to.
Got a little disagreement going on over here, and the assistants for Maumelle are hot, and normally an official, especially once you get to playoffs, once you get to a state tournament, the officials are not going to put up with a whole lot from the sideline. I could see them giving a sideline warning after the play here, but it's nonetheless, they're not going to pick that flag up. They're going to mark off 15 yards.
Maumelle's head coach is a man named Coach Horton, Kirk Horton. He's also the athletic director at the school, and I will say this, he was a pleasure to work with this week, trying to get everything set for us to come here and broadcast, just very accommodating. And so I wanted to say a shout-out to Coach Horton. you would email the guy, Coach, he would immediately reply back with whatever
and that's
you
big
needed.
because if you put yourself in his shoes, he's getting ready for the state playoffs. And,
Right.
And, you'd love to see guys like that, and there's several of them throughout the state, but it had been easy to ignore you for a couple days and leave you hanging.
Yeah.
But, I've been nothing but impressed by this Maumelle School District, whether it's the facilities, the people, the gate, the lady who took my ticket tonight. Just a first-class facility, and like you said, it seems like we got a first-class AD and head football coach.
1st and 10 after the penalty from the 14-yard line. It's been a relatively clean game tonight. Not many penalties, but Maumelle stung by that block in the back. Markell and Barber with a nice defensive stop after a gain of about 6. We'll call it a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for Maumelle. 5:19 remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, good play by Markellen right there. I've really enjoyed watching our two corners tonight. I think that our corners have done a really good job stopping the run game, and then they've done a nice job, obviously, covering the receivers.
That's Smith, and he is met by Buchanan, also Justin Livingston and Jorge Salas in on the stop. That's maybe a short gain. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 for Maumelle. So the Raiders with a good chance right here for a big stop.
Yeah, we've got Jordan Pegram down right now.
It looks like a cramp.
Now, yeah, the way that our trainer, Dr. Bradley, is working on it, it appears to be a cramp. And again, our guys, not their fault, but they had to basically quarantine. For a little over, for 14 days, and that's a long time for some guys who've been used to running every day and all that to quarantine. And a cool night, so I think that we're dodging a lot of the cramps, but it appears that Jordan, he's got him a cramp right there in that left thigh.
Noticed Coach Hampton went out there to check on him. Thing about Stephen Hampton, he cares about these kids on a deep level. He cares about them as people, and you can bet he is a big Jordan Pegram fan, as you and I both are.
Sure.
He's out there to check on him, and he just immediately patted him on the leg and went back to the sideline. That tells you that he is.
Yeah, it's not an injury. It's not one he's going to carry with him. As soon as he worked that cramp out of that hamstring, he'll be good to go.
Now, we act like up here, well, it's not that big a deal. It's a cramp. I'm sure it's excruciatingly painful.
Oh, yeah. Now, I'd be hooting and hollering if I had the headset on and I caught it. That's the old Charlie horse.
There you go. There you go. You ever woke up in the night with your leg cramping?
Oh, my gosh. I remember, growing up about these boys' age and going through practice or something, and then, just the middle of the night, it is almost like you flew out of the bed catching those cramps or Charlie horses.
It's like a scene out of an exorcism movie. 3rd down and 3 for Maumelle. Huge play here in the third quarter. It's a kind of a fumbled snap. He does get the handoff, and that is I believe he's got the first down, just enough yardage for the first down. They'll move the chains. That's a big conversion for Maumelle.
Sure was, and it was a weird-looking play. It's kind of a fumbled, slow snap there. It looked like the steps were off a little bit by the back, but that big old line, I mean, goodness gracious, those guys are those are some men down there, and they just got just enough push to get a big first down for the Hornets.
Jacob Boyles watching the game, one of our great young men at Nettleton, a basketball player.
Yep. Jacob's he's a good basketball player.
Yeah, great guy, and he's watching. So I want to say a shout-out to Jacob. Screen pass is McShann who made the tackle.
Warren. Yep, I believe that's Ken Warren McShann playing defense tonight.
Wearing Kendrick McShann's jersey.
Yep, and maybe it's in honor of his cousin. I want to say that. Let's go with that.
I bet that's what it is.
Yep, I bet you're right.
That's another great Nettleton family, the McShann family, and really glad that Ken Warren is honoring his cousin like that. And, heck, we gave Kendrick a shout-out or two that he didn't deserve in the first half on account of it.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right.
Reyes back to pass, and it is overthrown and nearly intercepted. Markell and Barber, who ended the first half with an interception, nearly got another one.
Yeah, good pressure in the backfield. Again, you had Silas and Buchanan back there harassing the quarterback. And actually, I think that might have been Javonte Wallace back there with Salas, but they've put good pressure on the Maumelle quarterback all night long. He's had to move around in the pocket quite a bit.
It's 3rd down and 9, and it's a big 3rd down and 9 play. I want to say this, talking about Coach Hampton. Coach Hampton has been battling a health issue of his own this week. I've got great respect for him. He's been battling a kidney stone, Coach.
Well, you above most know how excruciating that is, and just how tough he's got to be be running around out there.
And I believe we're gonna we're gonna get a flag right there. It's gonna be It's gonna be pass interference against the Raiders, and that's gonna be a 15-yarder. But that's unfortunate right there, as I don't believe he was gonna catch that ball.
No, I don't. And our cornerback, I think he got a late turn on the football. Probably wasn't sure exactly where it was, and he may have thought that the only way it wasn't going to be caught for a touchdown was to interfere. But yeah, on 3rd and long, you hate to see that.
So if the 15-yard penalty will move the chains, it'll give Maumelle a fresh set of downs. There's 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Maumelle holding on to a 6-point lead, and they have had a couple of big 3rd down conversions here. The last couple of 3rd downs that they had. Raider defense still hanging tough out there.
They are. We got to get them off the field, though. Maumelle's kind of give us a dose of our own medicine here in this quarter. We need to try to make a stop, and maybe we can get that turnover that we're looking for.
They give to Smith.
There it is.
Yeah, ball is loose, and it is recovered by the Raiders. There's a flag on the play. That is Nettleton's number 28, Martise Buchanan, with the fumble recovery. I didn't say who caused the fumble, Coach.
I did not see who caused the fumble either. But I believe that's going to be a hold, and if so, that's going to be Raider football.
Yeah,
Let's hope they don't find anything else out.
Yeah, I think we'll take the result of the play. That's right. It's holding against Maumelle. That penalty will obviously be declined. That's a 1st down Raiders. The Raiders will have good field position, too. 1st and 10, about the 45-yard line, and the Raiders, with 3:30 remaining in the 3rd quarter, they are in business here, Coach.
They sure are, and we needed that turnover. Somebody put a hat right on that football. It squirted free, and Buchanan's strong arms. He wasn't going to let anybody take it from him. Or, excuse me, I guess that was Wallace. But huge turnover, and now let's see if the offense can go cash in.
So the Raider offense back to work. Cameron Scarlett from the gun, Scales in motion. They give to Kobe Bradley. Kobe Bradley, stutter steps, finds a hole, bulls his way forward, close to the 1st down. He's going to be a little bit short. It's a gain of 9. We'll call it 2nd down and 1.
Yeah, and just a good, strong run. Kind of a Kobe Bradley trademark run right there, just going downhill. Looking to make the contact himself and let somebody – he wants to hit somebody and let somebody hit him, and just an outstanding 9-yard run on 1st down.
So good play for the Raiders on 1st down, 2nd down and 1. Kyle Tolley, the wide out near side, twins right, Floyd and Scales. Scales in motion. They fake to Scales. Cameron Scarlett has the 1st down. It's going to be a gain of about 5, and the Raiders will have it 1st and 10 from about the 32-yard line of Maumelle.
Yeah, and I love what we're doing here. We're getting back to what we were doing in the first half. A lot of RPOs, faking that jet sweep, and then just letting our best players get the football and go downhill.
Ball actually spotted on the 33. Raiders on the move. 2:27 on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. In motion is Scales. They give to Kobe Bradley. Kobe Bradley fights through a couple of would-be tacklers. His forward progress is about the 30-yard line. So that'll be a gain of about 3. We'll call it 2nd down and 7.
Looks like we got a Maumelle Hornet down. Their trainer sprinting out on the field. Both teams are going to come over here. Hopefully that's just a cramp as well.
Yeah, you hate to see a kid, even a kid this late in the season. It doesn't matter when. You hate to see a kid go down with an injury for sure. It looks like he was holding his shin area. So I'll tell you what, They're going to deal with him on the field. While they're doing that, we'll take a break and let you hear from one of our great sponsors. There's 1 minute and 58 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Your score, Maumelle 13, Nettleton 7. You're watching Raider football on NTV.
First time you held on to the time you let go. Life is a series of unforgettable firsts. The ones that are planned and the ones that take you by surprise. We celebrate and support these firsts as we travel this journey with you, because firsts are what life is all about. First Community Bank, where community comes first.
Terry Gray, rice farming isn't a profession, it's a way of life. As owner of Nettleton Seed Company, Terry's been the region's rice tech leader for more than a decade. In the summer, Terry's not behind a desk. He can be found in rice fields giving advice, or he can be on your farm helping you put more bushels in your tanks and money in your pocket. From securing your hybrid rice to free on-farm delivery, let Terry help you be more profitable this season. Nettleton Seed Company.
Changed since the 1950s. But one thing has remained the same. Sue's Drug Store is still keeping Nettleton healthy. Albert and Shirley Sue founded Sue's Drug in 1959, and today their grandson Tyler continues their tradition of fast, friendly, professional service. Sue's Drug Store, keeping Raider pride healthy and alive since 1959.
Looking for a school can be like super overwhelming. You kind of have those fears as a parent that, oh my gosh, the school that I'm gonna pick, it's gonna determine their future and everything else. You know, it's a big choice that you have because you wanna make sure you're gonna put them in a school where they can continue their whole journey. I'm really super glad we started at Nettleton. It was relief that we had found a school where we felt comfortable sending our child. I felt like any situation he'd get put into, he would be able to succeed.
Raiders have wrecks they call collision repair. Back in 1986, Nettleton's Jeff Edgar was smashing baseballs. He hit the first home run in Raider baseball history. These days, he's fixing smashed cars at Collision Repair. Collision Repair's staff is second to none, and their facilities are world class. They'll get you fixed up and back on the road in no time. Collision Repair, it's where the Raiders go when the Raiders have wrecks.
Things we Nettleton Raiders love. We love our school, we love America, and we love getting our trucks fixed up at Russell's Truck Accessories. Russell's Truck Accessories is the greatest place on earth to make your truck look sharp. If Russell's were a bird, they'd be a bald eagle. If they were a nation, they would be the United States of America, the greatest nation on God's green earth, thanks in part to Russell's Truck Accessories.
And we welcome you back to Maumelle, Arkansas, and we've got an injury on the field, a young man from Maumelle who has a leg injury. And, Coach, it looks like it's a pretty significant injury out there.
Yeah, and, if there is a good sign for something like that, first off, shout out to Cameron going over there and well-wishing him.
Right.
And that's Cameron Scarlett in a nutshell right there. But, bringing a gator out instead of bringing an ambulance, I believe, is a good sign if there is one.
Right.
So it looks like it's not a situation where they need to keep more than maybe the leg stable. And he's stood up, so it could be that maybe is a dislocation, something along those lines. But I think they're still going to use the gator. But really proud to see that young man get up, and now he's sitting up under his own power. You hate to see any injury to any high school kid at any time, but looks like he's in good spirits and looks like he's going to be okay.
That's Maxwell Pace, the injured Hornet, and on behalf of everybody in Nettleton, we want to wish him speedy recovery. They got his leg stabilized,
yep. And look at our young men going over there and shaking his hand and giving him five, and that's what sports is all about. That's what high school sports, and that's what the Nettleton Raiders are all about right there.
Yep, love to see that. Love to see that. So proud to see our guys showing good sportsmanship right there. And, I say this often, Coach. There are things in life more important than who wins a high school sports game.
Absolutely, and that's coming from a guy who I do it for a living. But
Right.
so many moments, teachable moments, and so many things. But now it looks like we're going to return to football, and the Raiders are in business.
It is 2nd down and 7. Ball on the Hornet 30. Cameron Scarlett, the junior Raider quarterback, from the gun. 2 receivers spread out to the left. That's Savion Floyd to the right. Jalen Scales now joins him spread out wide right. And that's a hard count.
That's 5 yards.
Yeah,
That's
that'll
what
be
that
5
is.
free yards.
Yep. We were in no man's land in the first half, and we got them right there. So I guess those two wash out, but now we're looking at 2nd and very short.
The late, great Coach Hawk would call that the old no play.
The no play.
No play. 5 free yards, 2nd down and 2 after the Hornet infraction. Kyle Tolley spreading wide left. Twins to the right. That's Scales, who is in motion. Cameron Scarlett running right side. Looks like he has the first down. He's pushed back, but they're going to give him forward progress. First down Raiders as Cameron Scarlett with another good hard run.
Yes, and we were about 1.5 seconds away from that being busted for a touchdown. I believe that if our H-back or our tight end would have got through there just a smidge quicker, it would have cleared the way for Cameron to be sprinting down there to that E in Maumelle.
So with 1 minute and 24 seconds and ticking, the Raiders have it 1st and 10 at the Maumelle 20. They trail by 6 here in the 3rd quarter of this first round of the state playoffs. They give to Kobe Bradley. Kobe Bradley doing a good job of protecting the football as he was met pretty much instantaneously, and they immediately started trying to strip the ball away from him. So good job by Kobe hanging on to that thing.
Yeah, just keeping those 3 points of contact, being a good, strong kid. Kobe Bradley's been a strong runner for us all year. Another good, strong run, and hang on to that football.
Kind of a heavy set on the left side as we've got 3 receivers jammed in there.
It's like we've woken up a hornet's nest down here. I'm hearing a lot of stomping and hollering.
Raiders going to pass. Cameron Scarlett is intended downfield to
nice
Kyle
catch.
Tolley. Great catch by the Raiders senior
Absolutely.
Kyle Tolley as he makes a diving catch, and the Raiders going to have it 1st down and goal to go.
Absolutely. Great catch by Kyle Tolley. Pop up and act like you've been there before. Let's do it again right here.
Love it. 1st down and goal to go from the 6-yard line. There is 19 seconds on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. There's a stoppage of play as the referees are conferring out there. Let's hope they're not scheming against us, Coach.
Well, what was that commercial that about a year or so ago where they left the mic on? And that's what I feel like those guys are down there. I don't remember the brand or the commercial, but that's kind of the spot in the field where those guys left their mic on. And now are they calling that an incomplete
I believe
pass?
they're taking away the completed pass. I believe that's what it was. One of the referees.
What in the world?
Probably the guy with the mullet.
I think you're right. I think he just got off working the tilt-a-whirl, and he was a little dizzy and didn't think we caught that football. But I believe it was a catch.
I think it may be some professional jealousy of our play-by-play guys, what I think it is.
I could see that as well.
In any event, it is now 3rd down it went from 1st down and goal to go to 3rd down and 8 for the Raiders. And these kids from Nettleton have responded well to adversity all night long. Let's see them do it again right here on 3rd and 8.
Absolutely. And you know Coach Wilson's got to play just for this situation. Let's see what they come out with. Nettleton has done an outstanding job converting tonight, and here we go.
Scarlett, empty backfield. Scales in motion. He is going to the end zone, intended for Tolley, and it is incomplete. Good coverage over there by the Hornets secondary. It's going to be 4th down and 8.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate. The play on 2nd down, my goodness, was a beautiful play call, drawn up perfectly. We thought we had the 1st down. One man in the stadium didn't think so, and he's the one that mattered. That one there was well designed, well covered, but we're in 4-down territory. We need 8. I think we need to get 8.5. Whatever play we got to get 8.5 yards, let's do it right here.
Cameron Scarlett from the gun. He's got 2 receivers split to his left, 1 to his right. Jalen Scales goes in motion. Back to pass is Scarlett. He's hit in the backfield. Throws. He's got a man in the end zone, but it is incomplete off the hands of number 25, Doniquius Willis. That would have been nice, Coach.
Boy, it sure would have. And Maumelle dodged a bullet.
Yep.
Cameron pressured in the pocket. One of those big paws, I believe that's the 4-star recruit had his hands on him, and Cameron squirted away from that, threw a strike, a beautiful football, catchable ball there that was just off of our fingertips, and no one hates that more than Deniquist. I can guarantee you that. But the offense proved they can move the football. Defense got a chance to rest. We're deep in their territory now. Let's get that football back.
7 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. You would think this would be the last play of the 3rd quarter of play. Scales gives to Smith. The cat quick tailback makes it out to the 30-yard line. He is tackled by Nettleton's Martise Buchanan. And that will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. One more quarter to play. Don't you go anywhere, folks. These Nettleton Raiders giving it all they got on the field against a very tough opponent tonight. 4th quarter coming up. It's Maumelle 13, Nettleton 7. You're watching Raider football on NTV.
That whatever it takes for every child, but really we mean that. It's not something that we just say, and we don't take that lightly. At the end of the day, I want them to love school. I want them to love and appreciate that our school is willing to go above and beyond to do whatever we can to teach them. But my bottom line goal is to teach them to love school and love learning and become a lifelong learner, just like I try to be.
And we welcome you back to Maumelle, 4th quarter action, first round of the playoffs. The Nettleton Raiders giving Maumelle everything that they got here. Maumelle, 1st and 10 to start off the 4th quarter. Ball on their own 30-yard line, and Coach, now would be a good time for another one of them turnovers.
It would. We dialed one up last possession. Sometimes when we ask for them, we get them. Other times we don't. But if the football deities love us tonight, they'll give us one more turnover.
Pass complete to number 21.
Late flag.
Buchanan and Turner on the stop. Flag on the play.
It's in a weird spot, and it came at a weird time. I don't know what they're coming out of there with, but once again, I don't see what we would have done to warrant the flag.
He's patting the top of his head. I believe that's an illegal man downfield.
That's what it is, and now that that's the call, 66 was down. He was around the 40-yard line on that play right there, and I don't know why he was down there. We got bit by that at Greene County Tech several times that night, but. A big penalty right there against Maumelle puts them in 1st and long, and this is setting up really nice for our defense. Just make the plays.
I've been known to gripe and moan. They call that against the Raiders, but I'm going to say that's a good observation.
That is a great call tonight because we learned our lesson. Those officials who got on your Facebook feed last few weeks back, hey, we agree. We agree now. We see why that would be a penalty.
Absolutely. So get off our backs. It's 1st down and 15 after the penalty. They give to Smith. Smith running left side. He is wrestled down by Nettleton's Dorian Tucker. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 for
I've been really impressed by this little running back. He's not the biggest back we've seen all year, but he's a hard runner, this Jalen Smith. He's a senior. But Dorian right there, he zeroed in. He didn't miss the tackle. They still got second and long right here. Let's get us another stop.
2nd down and 7 for Maumelle. We're in the fourth quarter, 11 minutes and 35 seconds remaining on the clock. Give up the middle to Smith, and he's got the first down. He's brought down near midfield. McShann in on the stop. Tucker also in on the stop for the Raiders.
Yeah, and that was just a running back making a nice play. He was patient back there in the backfield. He saw the hole. He waited for it to develop, and he got a nice gain there. Be first down. Defense going to have to step up right here.
Reyes from the gun. That's Jalen Waits, the tailback in the backfield with him. They give to Waits. He's running right side. Good hard run by Waits. He's got the first down. He's tripped up by Juan Badillo.
Yeah, another good run. Their offensive line is getting a good push right now. Our defense just got to find that reserve. I know everybody's tired. I know you're sore. I know it's been a while since you played, but right now it's where they show that Raider pride and dig deep, showing a lot of heart here at the last 11 minutes of some of these guys' careers. So this is where you just literally lay it on the line.
Gut check time for sure for the Raiders. 10 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in this game and ticking. Reyes gives up the middle, and he is met immediately by Jordan Pegram. Also in on the stop for the Raiders is number 24. That is Javonte Wallace. It's a gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8. Good play by the Raiders sophomore, Jordan Pegram.
Yeah, and I don't know what the final numbers look like, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this is the best football game of Jordan's young career. He's been out there. He was hurt. He had a cramp, but he keeps coming. And I'll guarantee you that those offensive linemen from Maumelle are going to know number 74, and they're going to remember him.
Little jet sweep, and nice job there by Bernard Turner fighting off a block and making the tackle.
Yeah, and I'll brag on the defense right here too. All of our D-backs and linebackers, we have not had the missed tackles that have sometimes plagued us this season. These guys have come back ready to work, had a great week of practice, and, in these one-on-one situations, they've made every tackle.
It's 3rd down and 4 after the gain of about 4. Reyes from the gun. Smith in the backfield with him. High snap. Gives to Smith up the middle. He has the first down. McShann made the tackle, but not before they moved the chains, and this Maumelle offensive unit starting to impose their will upon the Raiders.
They are, and we need that turnover. We talked earlier about needing one. If we ever needed one, now's the time. There's still a lot of time left in this football game, but you got to feel that a 2-score deficit will be pretty tough to overcome.
9 minutes exactly on the clock. It is ticking. Reyes, the quarterback from Maumelle, giving instructions to his teammates. Hard count. Raiders showing good discipline on the defensive front. Little screen pass out in the flats. Nice open field tackle there by Martise Buchanan. Saving a big play. Good play, Martise. It's going to be a gain of 3, 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, and you got Dorian right there now with a little cramp going on. It looks like he's going to shake it off, but another good one-on-one tackle. If I'm Maumelle right there, I think I keep it on the ground. There's the old saying in football, there's only 3 things that can happen on a pass in football, and 2 of them are bad. When you're notional lead and you're trying to milk this thing away, I think I just keep it on the ground.
And that's exactly what they do. Is Smith running left side. Justin Livingston makes the stop. It's going to be 3rd down, and it looks like about 2. 3rd down and 2 for Maumelle.
3rd and 2, big 3rd down for the Raiders right here. Would love to see senior Justin Livingston power through that line and make a huge stop here on third down.
Livingston playing inside linebacker tonight. He anchored the defensive line all last season, has played a lot of defensive line this year, but is also athletic enough to drop back and play inside linebacker. That's where he's at right now. Pass is over the middle, is incomplete.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think that is going to be pass interference against the Raiders, but I'm like you, Coach, did not see it myself.
I didn't see it. I think, I feel like this has been a very well officiated football game, and I'm not saying that was a call one way or the other. I just think it was a tough call. I think he anticipated what he saw. He's picked it up now, so maybe no, they're going to go ahead, mark it off. I disagree with that. I disagree with the call.
Did he call defensive holding?
I think he's came out.
No,
with
actually,
a hold.
I believe that was pass interference, Coach. I believe he called pass interference.
Well, he missed it.
He
missed it. Maybe that beautiful mullet you were talking about maybe got in his way, but he missed that call.
First down and goal to go from the 8. They give to Smith. He bounces outside and he dives across to score the touchdown with 7:11 to play in the fourth quarter, and the clock just keeps on rolling.
It does, and now we're down. It's 2 scores, very manageable with over 7 minutes to play. The key, I believe, for our football team right now is you cannot drop your head. You can't get your dauber down. You've got to still believe. We need to have a very active sideline right now because there's still time in this football game for us to pull out a win.
And it looks like Maumelle is going to be going for 2. They missed the PAT, the previous score, so trying to atone for that transgression. A little trick play is stopped short of the 2-point conversion. 2-point conversion is no good, so the Raiders catch a break there. With 7:08 remaining in the game, your score is now 19-7 Maumelle.
Well, like I said, we got over 7 minutes to play. We're going to get to football here. I still think you can run the football. I still think there's time to run the football. We have shown that we have some exotic formations on some onside kicks. I don't think we've shown all of them yet. So, if we can put together a drive right here and take 4 or 5 minutes, then we got a chance. I don't think that we need to look to necessarily try to get. There's not a pass that you can go get 12 points.
Right.
And so, there's plenty of time. Let's have a good, strong drive. Try to get some points on the board here and make things interesting.
7 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in this game. I want to say a great big thanks to our friend Ronnie Russell from Russell's Truck Accessories. Shadrack's Coffee for sponsoring the broadcast. I could go for a big cup of Shadrack's Coffee right now, Coach.
Well, especially if you're driving these fine, outstanding young people back home. So I'm going to go ahead and say that you need to find you a cup of Joe. It's probably not going to be as good as Shadrack's, but I bet you can find some between here and home.
I'll find something, I promise you. We'll stop at a gas station and fuel up, get caffeinated, and really appreciate these young people working tonight. Tyler Whipke, Ryan Bill, Sarah Earns. Also appreciate Savion Floyd. Nice return there by Savion, and the Raiders are going to have it 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line after a nice return by Savion Floyd.
Yeah, absolutely. Good cutback, good kick return right there. We've got good field position right here, plenty of time. But 7 minutes to play. If you don't get a chance, once again, I do brag on your young people all the time. Just watching them behind the scenes is amazing, especially with working through some trials and tribulations tonight for this broadcast. But, my gosh, what an all-star squad you got.
I appreciate that. I'm very proud of them. And Ryan Bell, Tyler Whipke, and Sarah Earns, that's the 3 young people who made the trip tonight, gave up a Friday night, as they've done all throughout this season, to broadcast the game. And I know I speak for everybody in Raider Nation when I say thanks to those 3 fine young people. Cameron Scarlett's pass intended for Tolly is incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Looks like the Raiders opening up the playbook a little bit with 6:57 remaining here.
So. And that's a good safe pass right there. One that Cameron and Kyle have completed several times in their careers. Just led him a little bit too far, and just incomplete, but still plenty of time, still plenty of options right here on second down.
Kobe Bradley, the running back, in the backfield with junior quarterback Cameron Scarlett. Scarlett, quarterback draw. He gains a couple of 3, and thing about being up here in this press box, Coach, you don't hear the whistle blow.
No, you don't hear the whistle blow, and it's right there, again, that's 87. You can see why he's such a highly regarded player. But, we've still got third down. It's 2-down territory no matter what. We'd just like to see, let's get us a first down right here so we can open up that playbook.
3rd down and 7. And the whistles, the play whistle dead out there. Maybe some type of equipment problem.
Right.
So McShann coming in. I believe that is Ken Warren McShann. He is number 7. He's the wide receiver closest to you. Kobe Bradley in the backfield with Cameron Scarlett. Twins left side. Scarlett looking to pass. Pass intended for Tolley is incomplete on the far sideline. It's going to be 4th down and 7. And with 6:15 remaining in the game, Raiders down by 12. You would think it's 4-down territory here,
Yeah,
Coach.
I think you got to. I just don't think you can afford to punt this football. It's still very manageable, and I think that we've shown time and time again that we can pick up 6, 7, 8 yards a variety of ways. But this is a big play right here.
Scarlett back to pass under pressure. He
Looky here.
breaks a tackle, gets the first down near midfield. Heck of an effort by the junior quarterback, Cameron Scarlett, picking up a big first down for the Raiders on 4th and 7.
Yes, sir. And that's just, what a play by Cameron. Nothing was there downfield, and he just wheeled that run. He was hit 4 or 5 times before he went down.
Clock at 6 minutes. 6 minutes remaining in this game. 1st and 10 Raiders from just about midfield. Cameron Scarlett finds a crease and gains about 5. 2nd down and 5 as Cameron Scarlett, as he's done all year, gains 5 tough yards.
Yeah, and I mean, right now he's put the team on his back. He wants to go get this score and give us a chance, and you got to have a quarterback like that, and my goodness, 9 has played a heck of a football game tonight.
2nd down and 5. Scarlett drops back. Pass complete to Kyle Tolley. Kyle Tolley makes a move two, and he gets close to the first down.
I think they're going to give it to him.
I believe he got it.
Yep. So that.
Yeah, they're going to move the chains, and that is fancy footwork there by number 6.
What the officials did there, though, and it wasn't a fault of theirs, but, a little slow on their motions and let about 8, 9, 10 seconds run off the clock there before they moved those chains, got the clock stopped.
So 1st and 10 for the Raiders. The Maumelle 40-yard line. This Nettleton team basically had a month off. Everybody expected them to come in with all kinds of rust, playing against an extremely good opponent. Everybody expected the turbo clock to be rolling right now. But this Nettleton team has come out, and they have given Maumelle everything that they've wanted, I promise you. And really, Coach, a play here, a play there, a penalty here, we got the lead.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very proud of the way these young men have competed.
Absolutely, and I think that we were a big underdog, but somebody forgot to tell the Raiders that.
That's right.
A lot of times that happens, and, these young men, they're still battling. We can get us a score here, make things interesting. But everyone in Raider Nation, everyone back home, you got to be proud of these young men. I mean, talk about competing tonight. They've competed every single down.
Against so much adversity, not just a heck of an opponent out there, but, we've got a lot of key components of our team that's out with contact tracing, and that is a snap that is fumbled. The ball is loose, and it's still loose, and it looks like the Raiders have got it. It was kind of squirted out of a couple of different Hornets' possession, and finally Kobe Bradley and it looks like Cooper Williams fall on it. So it's going to be a big loss, but the good news is the Raiders maintain possession.
Yep. Yeah, and that's just never give up right there. That's Cooper Williams. That's Kobe Bradley. kids who they're not ready for that season to end. So in this second and long right here, but definite 4-down territory.
Second down and very long. And this time it's a quarterback sack by number 6, Josh Marshall. Scarlett fought hard, but he was just brought down by the senior outside linebacker. Marshall made a nice play.
Heck of a play. Heck of a play. He makes up 3rd and long right here. We just need to get half of it back. That's our goal.
3rd down and 27. 4 minutes remaining on the clock. As Coach said, we're definitely 4-down territory. Get some of it back and see what we can do on 4th down.
Yeah, he
that's
had to
going
drop
to be
it.
another quarterback sack.
Yep.
There is a flag on the play.
Yeah, and we held. Poor old White Hat back here. I think he felt for us. He didn't want to drop it, but he just like, I got to drop that. And so it's going to be a hold on Nettleton.
Now that would be they could decline that,
yeah,
so it's going to bring up 4th down. They'll take the result of the play. It'll be 4th down. It's a loss of about 3 or 4 on the sack, so it's going to be 4th down and about 30.
Yeah,
there's 3 minutes and 53 seconds remaining on the clock. So the Raiders with a 4th and long.
4th and long looks like we've got to. If we've got a trick play, if we have a hook and ladder, if we have something like that, this is the time to use it. They're actually playing a little more shallow than what I figured that they would play, so there's opportunities going to be downfield.
Kyle Tolley up top. He's been the deep threat all year long. He's looking for Tolley. Kyle Tolley, jump ball, and it is intercepted by Maumelle, number 8. On the return, and he gets the ball back at midfield. That's where he's tackled by Kobe Bradley. And so with 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the game, Maumelle gets it on a turnover. And it was an interception, Coach, but you could say that was almost
an arm punt.
Yeah.
That's an arm punt. You'd like to have made the tackle back a little further back there, but we had to gamble. We had to throw up, a Hail Mary of sorts.
Right.
And, it just unfortunately they came down with the interception. But we're going to have to, do something to try to keep that drive alive. Unfortunately, Maumelle intercepts, and I got a feeling they're going to keep the ball on the ground for the rest of this thing if we can't get it back.
There's 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in this game. Nettleton does have 3 timeouts. They give to the big bruising running back. I believe that was number 25. We saw that young man earlier, Carlos Brewer. He's a senior, 5'9", 225 pounds. That young man would be a fullback if people still run the I formation.
Yeah. Well, and just a big old strong young man who I'm glad I don't have to tackle him. I couldn't imagine. I know we have Orion Pugh, but that young man, he's built a little lower to the ground, and at 225, that's a locomotive coming at you.
Like trying to tackle a bowling ball.
Yep. And
2nd down and 8. The clock is at 2 minutes and 27 seconds, and Maumelle is taking their time snapping it. They're definitely in wind the clock down mode right here. They give once again to their big, burly, bruising running back, number 25, Carlos Brewer. And he shoots forward for a gain of about 6. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 as the clock nears the 2-minute mark in this game.
Looks like we're going to call timeout right here. And why not? It's a big 3rd down. If they get this 1st down right here, they'll nearly be able to milk the entire game clock off. So we might as well call timeout and see if we can't bring some pressure.
Well, we will keep it here during this timeout. I want to give a shout-out to a couple of more of our great sponsors who make it possible for you to stay home in the comfort of your home and watch the game. Trish Merritt from A Beautiful Mess Salon. Trish is a great fan of the Raiders. Her and her husband, Dwayne, both alumni, and they have supported the school and sent their kids to the school. And she contacted me, can I please sponsor the broadcast? She does hair at A Beautiful Mess Salon. We love Trish and appreciate her. And Sue's Drugstore, ever since the 1950s, Sue's Drugstore has been Nettleton's drugstore, located on East Nettleton. Miss Sue actually used to teach. Whenever I went to school at Nettleton, Coach Smith, Miss Sue was a business teacher, working alongside with Miss Timmerman and Miss Spear. That was just like an all-star business faculty. And Miss Sue was she was just a beloved Nettleton teacher. She retired, and her husband, Albert, have both been retired for a while now. But their grandson, Tyler Sue, is running Sue's Drugstore, and it is a Nettleton fixture. We appreciate them sponsoring the broadcast this year as well. 2 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in this game. It's 3rd down and 2 for the Maumelle Hornets.
Big stop right here for the young men in black and gold. Right now you're kind of up against it. You're playing for each other. We've got to get this stop to make Maumelle think about having to punt the football.
They give again to big number 25, Carlos Brewer, and he has got the first down with 2:04. The clock stops so that they can move the chains. And big run by Carlos, and you gotta admire the young man for the way that he's put the Hornets on his back on this drive.
Yeah, I think they definitely, when they need some tough, just grinded out yardage, 25 is the man they go to. We've seen 3 and 5 do some good things tonight, but just ground and pound, you're giving it to, as you said, the bowling ball, 25.
The Cowboys had a running back years ago, and I know you're a big Cowboy fan like me, Coach. But Robert Newhouse was his name. And he ran the ball an awful lot like Brewer is running it here. Just a tough guy. Gain of about 5, it looks like. It's going to be 2nd down and 5, and the clock is at 1:31. It'll be 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. Is that a timeout? Maumelle, did they call that timeout, or did we?
Coach, I believe we did.
Okay.
I believe that we did. So Nettleton fighting to the end for sure. They call the timeout with 1:31 remaining in the game, and we'll just keep it right here. And I know we've said it before, Coach, but you can't say enough about the way the Raiders have come out here and played tonight after a 3-week break because of COVID-19 reasons, and to come in against a highly favored team and play as well as they have here tonight. Like we said, a play or two here or there. Mm-hmm. It's a lot different game than what it looks like right now, 19-7 on the board. The Raiders have definitely made our school proud here tonight.
Absolutely, and none of these boys, they need to keep their heads high right here because they've come out and they've done everything that they've been asked to do, battled all night long.
They give to Brewer, and Brewer running straight up the middle. He gets the first down, 1:25 on the clock. Nettleton has one more timeout, and I thought they may have just called it, but they stopped the clock for the moving of the chains. 1:23. Clock rolling. Nettleton elects not to use the timeout. 28 seconds on the play clock, and Maumelle will let it run down to the single digits before they call their next play.
Yeah, I believe our boys and their boys, they're shaking hands and again, Maumelle has been nothing but a class operation. They're going to kneel down right here.
Yep.
Been class operation from the players to the coaches to the administration to the people working the game tonight, again, back home, be proud of your young men because they've done every single thing the right way this whole week and especially tonight.
Very proud of them for sure, and it's been an honor to cover these guys this year. And it's a crazy year all the way around. So much has happened this year, and a crazy football season for the Raiders. But they ended on a definite high note tonight, Coach. Last year we ended on a high note as we defeated Wynn. Mm-hmm. Tonight I think we ended on a very high note by the way that we came out here and competed with class and character and just great intensity against a very good Maumelle team.
Absolutely, absolutely. Be proud of your boys. Everyone who's watching, be proud. Raider football in 2020. At the end of the day, we're just proud to get to finish the season.
That's right.
And these seniors got to finish the season. I think a lot of that was in doubt earlier in the year, but yeah, a lot of great memories for this group, and the future's bright.
No doubt about it. As we enter into the Consolidated Insurance postgame show, brought to you by our great friends Randy and Lana Johnson from Consolidated Insurance. Coach Smith said the future looks very good for this team as they finish the season 3-5, and they bow out in the first round of the playoffs. But the bulk of their starters, juniors and sophomores. I do want to say a shout out to the senior starters who play in their last game for the Raiders. Very emotional time for them right now. You want to see some young men just heartbroken. Just look in the eyes right now of Cooper Williams and Jacob Tarpley, Kyle Tolley, Martise Buchanan, Justin Livingston, Bernard Turner, guys that have represented our school so well, and have most of those guys have played Raider football now for 6 years, 7th grade through 12th grade, and it comes to an end for them tonight. As you said earlier, Coach, I do hope that they hold their heads up high because, man, they played an outstanding game tonight, and they represented Raider Nation very well out there on the gridiron tonight.
They sure did, and yeah, the toughest thing of being a high school coach, no matter what the sport is that last game for your seniors, and it's no different for these young men. They've worn that Nettleton or that Raider across their chest with pride for the last 3 years. And like, for example, right now I'm watching Alan Williams and his son Cooper share a moment. And those are some of the special moments that daddies, I know it's a big deal for the boys, but daddies, I can remember when my oldest, we had our last game at BB in the state playoffs, and I can remember that moment. But these young men, that list you named, they're going to be successful in life, whether it's college, whether it's the workforce, no matter what, they're going to be successful. And a lot of that has to do with these coaches who have invested so much time in these young men.
No doubt about it. And both of us have boys that are on the team, and we appreciate the influence that Coach Stephen Hampton and the staff that he's assembled, Clint Wilson, Blake Pitts, Garrett Andrews, Blake Tennyson, Chris Moss, Jalen Small, the newcomer who was you coached Jalen on the football team,
sure
Coach.
Did. Sure
what,
did. He's
what
on
athlete.
that exact football field at BB that night was his last football game, and I mean, the lessons instilled by Coach Hampton, even Coach Murphy before that, but this staff, this core group, they carried Jay into his college career playing football and life lessons, and he's paying it back. He's paying it forward right now, and my goodness, just an outstanding staff with a lot of higher character men.
Well, I know that they played their guts out tonight. The Raiders did. They come up a little bit short, but let's recap the game here, and then we'll head to Nettleton after we say thanks to a few more people. As far as the recap, first quarter, Raiders came out and played a heck of a quarter, controlled the game, controlled the ball for all but 3 plays of the first quarter. The defense got a big 3-and-out, and Nettleton didn't score in the first quarter. Matter of fact, they ended scoreless in the first quarter, but they had a drive going, and they quickly converted in the second quarter. Cameron Scarlett scored, and that was the first score of the game, about a 20-yard run. Made the score 6-0. Antonio Alvarez booted through the PAT. We appreciate Antonio coming in as our top 2 kickers were out for COVID-related reasons, and Antonio comes in and boots the PAT. Made the score 7-0. Maumelle answered in the second quarter. They tied it up 7-7 on a Jordan Scott 9-yard run. Then in the third quarter, the second half was all Maumelle as they outscored Nettleton 6-0 in both the third and the fourth quarters. And that set the final at 19-7. But great effort after a long layoff by the Raiders. Great effort tonight here. Very proud of the young men, and the future very bright as so many of these guys that you saw starring on this team all year long, they'll be back next year. And Cameron Scarlett, who's a junior quarterback this year, he's going to be a seasoned senior next year. And let me tell you something, he is going to be an exciting player to watch all next year, and looking forward to another season of Raider football next year. Coach, good things coming from this program.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. We had there's going to be a lot of pieces coming from that junior high squad as well. But the version you see of these juniors and sophomores right now, next year you're going to see kids who are even bigger, faster, and stronger because, I know Coach Hampton, I know these guys. Off-season's going to begin in a couple weeks. Right. And, so the bar has been set. We're a program who expects to go to the state playoffs every single year. And, I see no reason why we won't be in the state playoffs again next year as one of the top 4 teams and maybe one of the top 2 teams in the league.
Love it. And these guys played tonight in honor of Coach Greg Rainwater, who we lost tragically about a month ago. Coach Rainwater, he didn't lose his life. He stopped living on earth and began living in heaven. That's what Coach Rainwater did, but we sure missed the coach. And I know that these guys played with his name on their helmets and play with his influence in their lives and in their hearts. And so we greatly appreciate Coach Hampton and the guys honoring our friend Coach Rainwater tonight. And continued prayers for his family. Want to wrap this thing up. This is our last football broadcast of the night of the season. It's not our last broadcast, though. We're going to, next week, we're going to start broadcasting Lady Raider basketball, and we're going to be bringing that to you on NTV. For those of you who watched tonight, thank you so much for watching and continue to watch the broadcast. I know it's a crazy world right now, COVID-19, keeping you from doing everything you want to do. We're going to be bringing ball games to you here on NTV, and glad that you're able to, and we sure hope that you continue to watch. I want to say thanks to our sponsors and our crew, and then we will get out of here. Our sponsors: Collision Repair, Delaplane Seed Company, First Community Bank, Russell's Truck Accessories, Shadrack's Coffee, Sue's Drug Store, Trish Merritt from A Beautiful Mess Salon, and Consolidated Insurance. Every one of those folks is local companies, local people who live in our community, who pay taxes in our community, who support Nettleton Schools. So make sure you support those people. I want to say thanks to all of our sponsors, and thanks to Coach Jason Smith who are filling in tonight. Coach, I guess you did color for 3 or 4 games this year, Coach.
Yeah.
And that's a little bit out of his comfort zone. He's a basketball coach by trade, but he served very ably as a football color analyst. And, man, I think, Coach, you did a great job. Thank you for filling in for us tonight and doing all season, doing a great job on color.
Well, I appreciate you, asking me. And yeah, it's not how I envisioned my season going, but, you normally get a pretty good seat when you agree to do this. And, this press box is awesome. But no, my pleasure, because I said time and time again, just watching these young students, Bill and the crew, my goodness, they amaze me every week. Troubleshooting tonight, didn't miss a beat. They didn't freak out. They just got the job done. And so just being able to watch Nettleton kids who have been taught and learn, and that's what makes it fun for me.
Well, thank you so much for filling in. I know that you'd a whole lot rather be in the bleachers and watching down there as a proud dad of Bo Kid Smith. But thank you for taking your time and doing a great job calling color. You mentioned our crew. Want to give them a shout out. Ryan Bell doing the directing, and man, this is kind of sad. This is Ryan Bell's last football game to direct. The last 2 seasons, he has directed every single Raider football broadcast and done a phenomenal job. Yeah, get Ryan some camera time
you
there.
Get him some camera time, but he's, the weird thing about that, Craig, is he's not sad. He's back there. Back there fist pumping and everything else. I don't know what that means.
My last one.
He's an all-star, though. My goodness. My goodness.
Yeah, he's the man behind the scenes, but that's him right there. You got a good look at Ryan Bell. Tyler Whipke is running the camera, and he got a shot of Ryan, but I can't say enough about Ryan. Hopefully Ryan helps us out during basketball season as well, because as a teacher, let me tell you what I do when Ryan's on the crew.
You eat nachos.
That's right, because Ryan's going to set everything up. We had significant technical problems tonight. I didn't worry about it one bit because I knew Ryan was on the case, and he obviously fixed the issues, and I was able to focus on other things. So greatly appreciate Ryan Bell. Tyler Whipke ran the camera tonight. He's the man behind the camera right now. I doubt he'll flips it around and shows himself, but Tyler ran the up top camera, and did a great job. My son, Kobe Miller, sent me a text earlier. Kobe ran the camera for us last year. He was like, whoever's running the up camera, tell them they're doing an excellent job. Well, that was Tyler Whipke, and he did an excellent job. One of our great students at NTV. And last, but by no means least, running the down camera tonight is Sarah Earns. Sarah is a senior at Nettleton. Let me tell you what she does, Coach. She's
a little bit of everything.
She does. She's the drum major of the band.
Yep.
The drum major.
Yep.
That's like the main person in Raider band.
Yeah, well, it's funny, you know, I was actually bragging on the crew yesterday in my coach's office saying, well, this is what I'll be doing. And I was bragging on these guys. And I was like, you know, Sarah, I mean, she's that drum major and all that. And my son, who I don't think anybody's ever confused Bo Kid of being like some kind of genius or anything. But I said, she's the drummer. She goes, no, she's not, Dad. She's the guy who stands on top of the deal. I just like, man, bless you, Bo. But yeah, she's definitely multi-talented.
No doubt about it. Great NTV student, and every away game, at home games, she's doing the drum major thing, but every away game she has been running the camera, runs up top camera, does a great job, gets down on the field like she did tonight and run the camera. Thank you, Sarah Earns, and thank you she rides shotgun too. I drive the kids, and Sarah rides shotgun. She navigates because I have a horrible sense of direction.
So she is a female, so she's probably just training to be a backseat driver.
Exactly.
Like most wives are, right?
Exactly.
Right. No,
Sarah will make a wonderful wife to some lucky gentleman one of these days. She already knows how to backseat drive.
Got it.
So I like to think that I've trained her for future marital bliss.
Got it.
But thank you, Sarah. Also want to say a shout out to Becca Tibbs. Becca couldn't be with us tonight as she was involved in a bad auto accident. She's okay. She just really, really sore, and she said she just didn't feel like getting out in the cold and holding the camera tonight. I understand that. Her neck's real sore. So prayers for Becca. Thank you, Becca, for all the work that you did. Every other game that we played, Becca was our sideline person, and thank you so much, Becca, for what you did. Hey, I could sit here and give thanks all night long, but we got to get back to Nettleton. We've got some ball games next week, and then we're going to be bringing you on NTV. Thank you for being along for the ride. For Jason Smith, for Ryan Bill, Sarah Earns, Tyler Whipke, I'm Craig Miller. Thank you for being a part of the broadcast this year. Raider Pride is justified. Raider Pride forever. Alma mater.